Greetings and salutations, the Vikings. Welcome to a discussion about great Houses of Calderia. We're gonna talk about the game. We're gonna showcase and have a look at the trailer itself and break it down, what we can see and what we can expect. And overall, I am very excited for this upcoming title. Great Houses of Calderia is trying itself in this formula of grand strategy and is taking an interesting twist on it. First of all, I like it that it is set in the Mediterranean Renaissance timeline, and the emphasis of the game is that you will control your whole family, except of instead of one lord or one region or whatever it is. If we grab, for example, a comparison of Crusader Kings 2. So you have your head of the family, all your siblings and daughters and etc. that you can send out do different tasks on the map. And I love that every character has a very fledged out sort of trait system. They are good and bad at certain things, and that the whole story is more or less a strategical story, you could say. It's more of an roleplay experience there, with the emphasis very much on the growing and expanding your personality as one member of the house. And of course, there are multiple houses who will try with you to, well, befriend you, backstab you, or do all kinds of needs and deeds to claim their region or their territory. And I'm very excited. Let's hop right into the video. And as we can see over here, the video already, we have quite a few resources to go with. We have grain, we have grapes, we have tools, we have leather, stone or iron, I guess, probably some raw material. And then over here we have the more advanced ones. The green ones seems to be some sort of like basic resources, and the blue ones are more advanced resources or refined resources. So I think this might be ore and stone that can be later on be recreated into ingots of whatever production you might have. And that total all sums up what kind of production or plus it will do you. As you can see, a lot of events. So events will be, I think, kind of also the main focus of the whole emphasis of the game, where you will set out your people to do certain things and watch you move around on the map and see the outcome. Then over here, very, very typical, we have the character of our science who is having certain tasks, not tasks, abilities, like diplomacy, trade, intrigue, and warfare. I would name them like this now. Not sure exactly if the naming or the titling is correct. Then we have, of course, the traits the character has, and then apparently over here some tax level that can be set and done. And then I think this might mean how great these houses are understanding each other, and these might be the personal reference to each other. I love the art style that it's going for. Also, it's not an historical accurate game, it's more of a fictional one. And over here we can see now who will be the court schemer, the captain of something, the mayordomo of the courts, the captain of logistics, the herald of goodwill. And there will be votes happening from all the houses existing. So I think you will have to manage a lot your relationship with them in order to obtain one of the bigger titles for your household. And I have to say, I kinda like that they didn't went for an historical accurate thing, but more or less of an fictional fantasy realm, where you can go quite crazy with the things that you can do. Especially with their mods tool they want to have in the game as well, where you can very easily, so it says, create all kinds of assets and events to be happening on a game. Over here, for example, we have a proposal being rejected, where the family wants to marry off their youngling to the other house, and apparently this rejection will then later on cause them into making an intrigue in terms of worsening the relationship. So their militia or their army moves out to attack one of the grain caravans, and because of this act of war, you can now cast a righteous war without having any issue, relationship negatives. And here comes the most important or most intriguing part of this new game. Calderia wants to go on an approach where it's not just an percentage chance of something to be happening, as in you have numbers stacked upon each other and fighting against each other, and then you just watch them, and depending on your leader's skills or the units he has available, the war will be won or not. And of course, there's also terrain if we now grab, for example, Crusader Kings. But you have actually a sort of like little mini game going on that will tell if you are successful in the endeavor. And you have your little icons over here representing the units, and you will have to strategically move on these grids your units, and all the lines that are connected to each other will have an effect of each other. Maybe the archers will have to be able to overcross one dot and go to the next one and shoot the one on the other sides, and have to actually actively plan and play out the fights. I'm not sure how this will be in the multiplayer sense. Maybe it will pause for that moment when the fight is going on for all the other participants. But there is, because of you having so many family members, and because of you trying to create so many tasks for everybody to grow and expand your land, I don't think this might get into a stagnating waiting play in terms of multiplayer. Over here we have a bigger army skirmish heading into each other, and interesting thing that I like to see is that apparently there's a multiple fight going on between your flanks, your your main fight source, and apparently another flank, and you will have to actually strategically place your units on all sides to not only win the main fights, because this could cause, from what it looks like, ultimately a loss. And then depending on how the fight goes, as we just said, just jumping back there to right after the win, this might have been won, but losing the flanking sides, they have lost quite a lot of crops because the army's trampled over it. So the emphasis on the roleplay and the outcome and storytelling here is so intriguing and so powerful. I love it. And I think Great Houses of Calderia will, with the time, as it soon will come into early access, grow. It will be having a lot of interesting new approaches to game mechanics and strategy things that we have maybe not seen before. And I like it. I like it when fresh wind is coming into our strategy box and we don't have the same formula being chewed over and over again. And I definitely will dare to give this a try. And not only because I just recently teamed up with Fire Squid, the publisher of Resistance games, who are working on this, but because I am genuinely intrigued by fresh ideas, new wins into gaming genres, and there will be Founders Pack, as we can see here, available soon, where you can support the game and grab yourself some early access to it, and have already also the Founders Pack access to it before the early access releases. And if you want to check that out, here is all the information. Feel free to pause the video and have a look at the information, and if not, there will be the links down in the descriptions below. Let me think of what you are hoping, wishing from Great Houses of Calderia to bring us, and what you think so far of what we saw here presented with this new trailer. And I'll also just now attach the trailer to the end of the video to watch it fully. So enjoy, let me know in the comments down below, and let's maybe have further discussions about that. Infos to our Discord and live streams and whatnot are down below. Join us, and until next time, bye-bye.
It is the year 1314 of our Emperor, and the conclave nears. The despicable House of Fauntleroy is plotting to steal our title we worked so hard to earn. That feckless house made the traitorous choice to refuse my daughter's hand in marriage. We have no option but to tell the truth. The cowards attacked our grain caravan. A foolish mistake. Our war is now righteous. Our revenge justified. Winning this battle will cement our claim to our title. My son's daring attack down the center will prove his mettle and win prestige. We were victorious, but their flanking attacks burnt our farms and cost us more grain. It was worth it. Once the Viceroy approves, we shall have our prize.